Just by changing these three things, your relationship with your children will become closer and easier than ever before. Every parent hopes that their children will understand and love them. But sometimes, the generation gap and differences in thinking make this relationship tense and more difficult than we ever expected. So if there were a simple and practical way to strengthen the bond between parents and children, just by changing a few small things, would you want to know? In today's video, I am going to reveal 3 key secrets. These are small changes that can lead to huge transformations, helping you not only to heal misunderstandings, but also to build a truly loving and understanding relationship with your children. Before we get started, I invite you to leave a comment below with a positive affirmation as a commitment to attracting good things into your life. For example, you could write, "I am building a wonderful relationship with my children," or anything else that reflects your heartfelt wish. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any valuable content like this. Let's create a space filled with positive energy, growth, and happiness together. And now, let's dive into these 3 important things, small but truly magical changes. First change, your attitude. There is a very simple truth that many of us easily forget. Children sense their parents' attitudes much faster and more deeply than they process words. A cold glance, an impatient tone, or a heavy silence during a meal. All of these leave deep, hard-to-name emotions in a child's heart. That is why, if you want to improve your relationship with your children, the first thing to change is not your teaching methods, but your attitude. A positive understanding and respectful attitude cannot flourish if parents are still holding on to a mindset of ownership, excessive expectations, and a habit of judgment. If we do not let go of these 3 things, we unintentionally build invisible walls that create emotional distance between ourselves and our children. Letting go of the sense of ownership is the first and most important step we may give birth to and raise our children. But that does not mean they are our possessions. Children have their own lives, their own dreams, and their right to choose their own paths, even if those paths are not what we had envisioned. When parents genuinely accept their children as independent individuals, the relationship can finally grow on a foundation of mutual respect, not control and imposition. Next, we need to let go of unrealistic expectations. Every parent wants their child to be successful and happy, but sometimes those expectations turn into crushing pressure. Expecting them to get the highest grades, to choose the most prestigious careers, to live the perfect life. When these expectations are not based on the child's real abilities and passions, it only makes them feel like they are never good enough in their parents' eyes. Instead of forcing your child to live according to your standards, learn to accept and support them in pursuing what truly fits them, even if it is very different from what you originally hoped for. Finally, let go of the habit of judging. Judging often comes from genuine worry, from the fear of seeing your child make mistakes. But no matter where it comes from, it leaves emotional scars that are hard to heal. Every time a child is judged, even with a shake of the head, a deep sigh, or a careless comment, they start to build walls to protect themselves, making the space for connection with their parents shrink. Instead of judging, listen with empathy. Instead of reacting immediately when you disagree, take a deep breath and try to see things from their perspective. Showing empathy does not mean you have to fully agree. It means giving your child the feeling that they are respected and heard. To put these changes into practice, you do not need to make grand gestures. Sometimes it only takes 3 small actions: looking at your child with warmth instead of suspicion, smiling instead of judging harshly, and offering a gentle touch on their shoulder or hand as a quiet encouragement. These seemingly simple acts can open doors of communication that once seemed permanently closed. Another very effective method is the 30-second silence exercise. Whenever you feel the urge to react negatively to your child's words or actions, stop, silently count from 1 to 30 before you respond. This small pause will help you control your emotions and think more deeply before reacting. As a result, your words will become less sharp, less judgmental, and full of more understanding and support. Second change, your way of communicating. Communication is the bridge that connects two souls. If you do not build that bridge strongly and correctly, the gap between parents and children will inevitably grow wider over time. In a family relationship, communication is not just about exchanging information. It is about listening, understanding, and walking alongside each other. One of the most important skills to improve communication with your children is active listening. This means not just hearing with your ears, but listening with your eyes, your heart, and your full presence. Scientific studies have shown that just 8 minutes of genuine listening can significantly reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone in the body, helping both parents and children feel lighter and more connected. Sadly, in today's busy life, these moments of true listening have become incredibly rare. To listen effectively, you can apply a very simple yet powerful model called AIR, acknowledge, inquire, reflect. When your child speaks, instead of rushing to give advice or judgment, gently acknowledge their feelings. Ask open-ended questions to understand more and reflect back what you heard so your child feels truly understood. For example, if your child says, "I got a bad grade today," instead of immediately reacting with, "Why were you so lazy?" you could respond with, "I understand that you are feeling upset today. Would you like me to go over the assignment with you?" A simple but supportive response like that can make your child feel respected and safe. To build the habit of active listening, start with a small challenge every time your child talks to you. Put your phone face down. Look directly into their eyes and truly listen. Do not let your eyes drift to the screen, and do not let digital notifications steal this precious moment. True presence, even for just a few minutes, can plant the seeds of long-lasting connection. Along with listening, changing the way we use language in communication is also crucial. Positive language not only helps reduce conflict, but also nurtures your child's self-esteem and confidence. Instead of labeling your child with harsh words like, "You are so lazy," or "You are always careless," focus on the action and offer a solution. This task is not finished yet. Let's find a way to improve it together. This way of speaking helps your child see that the problem lies in a specific action, not that they themselves are being entirely rejected. Moreover, never underestimate the power of a sincere apology in family communication. When you lose your temper or behave improperly, do not hesitate to say, "I am sorry for raising my voice yesterday." A timely apology not only soothes hurt feelings, but also teaches your child the value of humility, self-respect, and graceful manners. When parents are brave enough to admit their mistakes, children learn that everyone can make mistakes, and the important thing is to acknowledge them and learn from them. Third, change the way you accompany your child. After changing your attitude and communication style, the next crucial step in building a strong relationship with your children is changing the way you accompany them. Accompanying does not mean controlling every step they take, nor does it mean letting them struggle entirely on their own. True companionship is a delicate art that requires parents to balance trust with encouragement, so children feel both the freedom to grow and the steady support behind them. One common mistake many parents make is believing that the more attention they give, the deeper they intervene, the more love they are showing. But in reality, the opposite is true. When parents constantly direct, supervise, and make every decision on their child's behalf, even with the best intentions, it gradually breeds a sense of lost autonomy, insecurity, and sometimes even silent rebellion within the child. Because human beings at any age have an innate desire to be trusted and to make decisions about their own lives. True companionship starts with offering genuine trust. Trust that your child has the ability to make choices to solve problems and to take responsibility for their decisions. Trust does not mean neglecting them. It means being present, ready to support when needed, but without imposing your own thoughts or expectations on them. When parents truly trust their eyes, their words, and their actions, all naturally send out that positive message, and children will deeply feel the confidence radiating from within. Along with trust, proper encouragement also plays an incredibly important role. Encouragement is not about empty praise or inflating your child's ego. True encouragement recognizes effort, supports the journey, and does not solely focus on the final result. When your child tries hard at something, even if the result is not perfect, instead of pointing out what is lacking, praise the effort and perseverance they put in. A simple sentence like, "We are so proud of you for not giving up," can uplift their spirit far more powerfully than hollow compliments about achievements. Companionship also means allowing children to make mistakes. Mistakes are an essential part of growing up. If parents constantly intervene to prevent mistakes, they inadvertently rob their children of the most important learning opportunities in life. Instead of worrying excessively when your child stumbles, be there to support them, to encourage them to get back up, to look at the lesson learned, and to keep moving forward. It is this patient, non-judgmental presence that lays the solid foundation for your child's confidence and inner strength. Another important aspect of true companionship is respecting the unique pace and journey of each child. Not all children grow at the same speed or fit into the same mold. Some children need more time to discover their passions and find their own paths. The pressure to succeed early or keep up with others can lead to overwhelming stress and feelings of inadequacy. When parents accept and encourage their children to move at their own pace, the children will feel understood and free to develop in the most natural and authentic way. Being a true companion also requires flexibility and sensitivity through each stage of your child's development. When they are young, companionship may mean teaching and guiding. As they grow older, it shifts to listening and gently offering advice when needed. And when they become fully grown, true companionship means respecting their decisions, even when those choices differ from what parents had hoped for. On this journey of companionship, there is one crucial point that many tend to overlook. Parents themselves must continue to learn and grow. Society changes, and the younger generation grows up in a world very different from what parents once knew. If parents do not stay open to learning and updating their perspectives, they risk becoming outdated and distant from their children. True companionship is a journey where two generations grow together, where parents and children evolve side by side, grounded in mutual respect, love, and understanding. To make the changes we just explored go beyond awareness and truly become a part of your daily life, I invite you to embark on a 30-day journey, a kind of beta test for the bond between you and your child. 1. The 30-box calendar. Prepare a simple calendar with 30 empty boxes, like a little map marking each step of your positive transformation every day. Each day, you just need to choose one small action to complete, drawn from 3 focus areas: changing your attitude by letting go of control and increasing respect for your child; changing the way you communicate by practicing active listening and using positive language instead of judgment; or changing the way you accompany your child by trusting their ability to make their own decisions and encouraging their daily efforts. When you complete one action, mark a tick in the box for that day, a little acknowledgement to yourself. You do not need to pressure yourself to take on multiple actions at once, nor should you expect massive change overnight. What matters most is consistency, to repeat those small, sincere actions day after day until they naturally become habits in how you love and connect with your child. Because real change does not come from explosive actions. It comes from silent, steady, persistent commitments day after day. And when you patiently take those small steps one day, you will realize that your relationship with your child has changed in the most gentle and profound way, just like spring arrives quietly, yet fills the world with new life. 2 key indicators of progress. To help you clearly see the changes unfolding during this 30-day journey, spend some time observing a few small but deeply meaningful indicators, like mirrors reflecting your silent efforts. One of the easiest signs to notice is how often your child initiates contact with you each week. If in the past, every conversation had to be started by you, over time, as the atmosphere at home becomes warmer, you will see your child naturally texting, calling, or simply stepping into your room just to chat about random things. Each time they reach out to you first, it is another thread pulling the bond between generations closer. Also, pay attention to how often you find yourself having to support your child financially. A healthy relationship is not only reflected in sweet words, but also in a child's ability to stand firmly on their own feet. When trust and encouragement are given in the right way, your child will gradually become more independent, both in life and financially. If you notice that you need to rescue them financially less and less, it is a clear sign that your relationship is shifting from dependency to mature companionship. Another simple but powerful tool to evaluate your progress is the emotional thermometer. Each night before bed, spend a quiet minute asking yourself, how do I feel about my relationship with my child today? And rate it from 1 to 10. Do not be too harsh if some days the score is lower than you would like. What matters is tracking the overall movement of your emotional graph over time. Even a small increase of just 1 point after a few days is enough to show you that you are moving in the right direction, that your small daily efforts are quietly planting the seeds of transformation in your relationship. 3. Important reminder. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. There will be days when you feel tired, days when your patience wears thin, and days when a positive action you promised yourself gets swept away by the whirlwind of a busy life. And that is completely normal. No one loves perfectly every single day, and no one maintains complete consistency throughout a long journey. What truly matters is not that you have never stumbled, but that every time you fall, you find the courage to stand up, adjust your steps, and continue moving forward. Always remember, as long as you keep moving forward, taking small steps and performing sincere actions, each day you are already planting seeds of love into the fertile soil of your family bond. At first, you might not see any changes. The positive signs may be so tiny, so fragile, that they seem almost invisible. But just like seeds quietly sprouting beneath the surface, they are growing silently. And one day you will be amazed to realize that those tiny seeds have blossomed into strong bridges, solid connections linking your heart to your child's heart. There is no need to rush. There is no need to search for immediate perfection. All you need is a patient heart and the belief that every effort, no matter how small, holds value. Stay on this journey, move slowly, but do not stop. Because true love does not demand perfection. It demands perseverance, trust, and steadfast commitment. And within that perseverance, wonderful change will quietly grow, gentle yet powerful, steady yet profound, connecting you and your child through a pure, unconditional love. With just 3 small changes, adjusting your attitude, improving communication, and accompanying your child with trust, you have opened a brand new journey to connect more deeply with your children. You do not need grand gestures, nor do you need instant perfection. All it takes is small daily actions carried out with sincerity, and you are already planting seeds of love for the future. There will be days when you feel tired, moments when you doubt whether these efforts are making any difference. But please do not forget that lasting change always comes from the most persistent steps. Stay committed to this journey, little by little, and you will be amazed to see that the bond, understanding, and love between you and your children will grow stronger, warmer, and deeper with each passing day. Before you go, leave a comment below as a positive commitment for your journey. For example, I am building a wonderful relationship with my children, or any loving affirmation you would like to send to yourself. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss out on valuable content that will make your parenting journey even more fulfilling. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos where together we will build relationships filled with love and understanding.